هذا القرآن يوحدنا لطريق الخير يوجهنا الله تعالى أنزله ورسول الله معلمنا هذا القرآن يوحدنا لطريق الخير يوجهنا الله تعالى.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome again to another episode of Towards Understanding the Quran, based on Tafsir ibn Kathir, rahimahullah. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, like we mentioned in our introduction in the previous episodes, that the Book of Allah is the tool to resurrect your hearts. ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق. Isn't it time for those who believe that their hearts surrender, submit to the remembrance of Allah and the truth which was revealed in that reminder, the Quran? The next verse, brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the glad tidings with a parable. اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها. Be aware, be informed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives earth life after death. It's exactly like the Quran. If your heart is dead and if you allow the Quran to reach it, your heart will live again. Exactly, earth, when it's dead and the rain fall down on it, earth produces. If your heart lives, brothers and sisters in Islam, you will produce. Brothers and sisters in Islam, like we said, the Quran is a noble, generous book. Whenever you reach it and read it, whenever you recite it, you get rewarded just for reciting it. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, كما في سنن الإمام الدارمي أبو عبد الرحمن حديث عبد الله بن مسعود رضي الله عنهما, that every time that you read a letter from the Book of Allah, you are given a hasana, granted a hasana, provided that you do it sincerely for the sake of Allah. Man qara'a, whoever recites it, whoever recites حرفا من كتاب الله, one letter from the Book of Allah, فله بكل حرف حسنة, for each letter which he recites there is one hasana. والحسنة بعشر أمثالها, and that hasana will be multiplied automatically into 10 hasana, 10 hasanat. ولا أقول ألف لام ميم حرف, and I don't say alif lam mim is one letter, but alif is a letter, lam is a letter, mim is a letter. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, 190 hasana. If you say it sincerely for the sake of Allah, so The Quran, the book of Allah, is a generous book, noble. Just by reciting it, you get to make mountains of hasanat. Imagine someone who memorizes it. And we know, if you are someone who memorizes the Quran or memorize the Quran, you have to review it always in order not to allow it to be forgotten. You end up with mountains of good deeds, brothers and sisters in Islam. The Quran, brothers and sisters in Islam, is a healing. Like we said, it heals. It even heals the body. It heals the hearts from its diseases. The Quran, brothers and sisters in Islam, by reciting it, by reaching for it, by getting in touch with it, it can intercede for you in the day of resurrection. Yes, the Quran will be transformed into a form which will speak. Hadith Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As radiyallahu anhuma, الصيام والقرآن يشفعان للعبد يوم القيامة. Fasting and the Quran both will intercede for the servants of Allah in the day of resurrection. The Quran will say, "O Allah, I have deprived your servants from sleeping at night. Allow me to intercede for him or her." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept the intercession of the Quran. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the Quran our intercession, to make the Quran our shafi'ah, and to allow the Quran to intercede for us in the day of resurrection. Brothers and sisters in Islam, but the overwhelming benefit which you will get, the overwhelming benefit, I repeat it, which you will obtain from the Quran is when you understand the Quran. And this is what this series is all about, towards understanding the Quran. Because the Quran, brothers and sisters in Islam, is a book of guidance for humanity until the day of resurrection. And in order for something to guide you, you must understand it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He spoke about the nations before us, who had the Quran, who had the revelations, but yet they did not understand it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they are like donkeys carrying books on their back. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا. The likeness of those who carried the Torah, but they did not comprehend it, implement it, understand it, is like a donkey that carries books. Can the donkey benefit from books, brothers and sisters in Islam? The answer is no. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the Quran is to be reflected upon, is to be understood. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the Messenger of Allah in Surah Sad, كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب. A book which we reveal to you, O Muhammad, in order for your followers to reflect upon its meanings. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, أفلا يتدبرون القرآن. Why don't they reflect upon the Quran? Why don't they study it and understand it? وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِيهِ اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. If this book would have come from any other source but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they would have found a lot of controversies. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Why don't they reflect upon the Quran, or their hearts are locked? My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, I want to take a short break, and I will be right back to warn you about learning and reflecting upon the Quran by following a deviated method or a devilish method. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the purpose of this show is to show you the way, the path, the best path to comprehend the Quran. What is the best path, the best method, the best methodology to explain the Quran and to understand the Quran? After a short break, we'll begin answering this question, inshallah, which answer or whose answer will take more than one episode. Till then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لطريق الخير يوجهنا الله تعالى أنزله ورسول الله معلمنا هذا القرآن يوحدنا لطريق الخير